It's Week 7 of the NFL, and we'll be watching the Oilers' superstar cornerback, who's had quarterbacks numbers all season, coming down with 7 picks. It's the Oilers and the Bills on Sunday Night Prime.
This is the NFL on EA Sports as we join you from the so-called Space City, Houston, Texas. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap as it'll be the Buffalo Bills and the Houston Oilers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you take a look at our home side as we enter play here. They've got all W's on the ledger so far, a perfect 6-0.
Yeah, still a long way to go in this season, but they're showing everyone that they intend to be there in the end.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Bills, they come in with some fresh legs as they got the week off last week thanks to the early season bye.
And usually you hope your bye comes a little bit later in the year, but when you get a chance to get fresh legs back, you take that time and you run with it.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This taken in at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
And coming off of an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time, as opposed to having to worry about healing up or resting up. It was too early in the season. Get back to the basics, get his game going again.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. But you look at this defense. They were fantastic a week ago in the win over Houston.
Yeah, they pitched a shutout in that game, didn't they? And those don't come around all that often in the NFL. The ability to keep someone out of the end zone and also from kicking one through the post. Well done.
Now Allen. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Yeah, we're definitely in top form. And pitched a shutout, as a matter of fact. That's the cherry on top of a great week of preparation. And you know what? These guys are eager to keep it going. So motivation this week, not an issue.
That is caught. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards that time and a Bills first down. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And now
oh, my.
one of the linebackers has got it.
Fucking hit.
And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolded.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
Partner, you know how guys always tell us it's not about the numbers, it's about the win. It's about the numbers, too. Almost 400 yards passing by him last week. What can he do in this one?
Well, earned him AFC Offensive Player of the Week. Maybe he'll try to get 400-plus here and duplicate that honor again. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. The 13 yards that time and a first. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Oilers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
The extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Joe Sly.
Slide out, a kickoff after the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week. And in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes. And
Allen hit. He lost the football.
Let's go, Trotter.
The other side has got it. And the field position doesn't get much better than this. They'll have it first and goal at the 8-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal. Now a handoff looking right. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time. Second and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And he'll be caught behind the line of scrimmage at the 3. They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And the Bills' goal line stand is going to get him the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4. And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. No gain on the play there. A nice job to defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. The run on 3rd and long, so I guess waving the white flag a little bit.
Yeah, and I think sometimes teams are so committed to running the football that they'll take a chance, even in a long yardage situation, to let them know on the other side, this is what we're going to be about today. In this case, they didn't get a first down, but if you're thinking along with them, hey, they might be committed to running it all game long.
And taken at the 46. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Will be left sideline. It's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there at 22. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The quick slant cut. Touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Oilers lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Extra point by Slide.
Good.
And it's now 14-0. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter down, it's our home team with possession as they've got it as we resume action. Here's Sly now to kick off as he'll send this one away.
You go Penix.
And able to get this out to the 25. Buffalo offense back out ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Allen gonna throw. And his throw here is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Good D, baby.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and now we'll send them back to the drawing board.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw, it's Allen. And that's incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
You go, Johnny Wilson.
A big play there on the catch and run. 68 yards.
I'll tell you what, he's got 2 touchdowns in the ledger already, and that very well could have been a third. They have had absolutely no answer for him defensively, and he's just run free all game long.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. He's going to be very close to a 1st down. Good running, but looks like he's a yard short. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. It's the fullback.
His 16th rushing touchdown.
Hell yeah.
And the Oilers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Slide for the PAT.
Damn, Seattle beat Steelers.
21-0. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. This taken in right around the goal line.
Ware breaking the tackle.
And he returns this to the 22.
Here's the Buffalo offense now.
Wow, the Cardinals beat the Browns.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because
Good D, baby.
a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit.
Good sack burst.
Help them as they head towards the half.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Allen's throw taken in by Diggs.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out in the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's fourth down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
That's fielded at the 8-yard line. A good return there, call it 13 yards.
And they will take over first and 10.
Now comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
67 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stuff. Well, first down there, and a pick up the 25.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up second down.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
Powers through it. And they'll get this down to the 10. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They're going to look to throw. Incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Oilers are able to widen their lead here.
Johnny Wilson.
Well, it's not too often that you say, hey, this one's going to be over by halftime. And, CD, I know our bosses probably don't want us to say that because they don't want people clicking away. But This one might be over by halftime.
And since you've already put your job on the line by actually saying it, I will co-sign and go with you because you're my partner.
Beautiful ball.
But this game has been exactly as you've described. I see no hope for them going forward.
The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the rout is on here in this first half.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. The Bills going to take over now late in this first half.
And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Allen will try again on second down.
Good D.
Throw is incomplete.
While incompletions on first and second down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on third down.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
And take it right on the 30. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. First and 10.
Back out comes this offense now late in this first half. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback?
Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line.
There you go, Franklin.
A big play there. 50 yards.
And the Oilers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Sly on for the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. 1-play drive and into the end zone for 6.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bills offense now for one final time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. And a throw right sideline is complete.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
A big play there just before halftime. 54 yards. Operating from the red zone now. Allen, nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And again, it's Allen. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks. And he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
The kick by Bass is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Or maybe a moral victory of sorts. They're on the board here late in the first half, but this offense just hasn't looked that sharp.
Yeah, but at least they got the 3 points, right? At least they have something to, quote-unquote, hang their hats on and maybe feel a little bit better about themselves as they head to the half.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. They'll throw now on the final play. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much.
The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as these guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game.
Come on, Braylon.
And now off to the races, down the right side.
That's how you start the half.
Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. 79 yards. And the Oilers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
We need an instant replay. Good fucking crack block, Taylor. The play was perfect. Good blocking, Franklin. Off to the races and got the pancake block.
Now Joey Sly for the point after. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And no
tackle Judkins.
Was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Here's 2nd and 10. Allen running the option to the left. Able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down.
Get the Iggy.
Connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's 4th.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. This is fielded at the 27. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Houston's offense taking over again. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen.
Ooh, good juke, Taylor.
And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Tackled that time by Joey Porter Jr.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync. And the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Said let's ride.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
Well, they've gone to their fullback quite a
Good
bit.
block,
He'll
baby.
get it again. And he's got room. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
Way to go, remember the Titans.
This is their fullback. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
What the fuck?
The give to the fullback on the dive. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it.
Like, what is this bullshit, EA? What are you doing, dude?
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
There have not been a lot of great moments for this defense throughout this game. Finally, they have one they can hang their hat on. A nice stop there.
And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. Back to throw here. And it's
You couldn't catch that. God damn, boy.
Turn it over. Incompletion there on 4th and goal from the 3. And the
Come on,
Bills
Barrow.
goal line stand is going to get him the football back. So that's the second time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually, you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go, and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
Good tackle, Shamar.
Swarming behind the line, and his rough night continues. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. In his own end zone, it's Allen.
What a fucking ball.
And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down. The career catch number for him just continues to climb, now at 1,070, and that is where Reggie Wayne finished.
And I was always told, if you went about your business like Reggie Wayne, you had a chance to be a heck of a player. So I've asked, how does this guy go about his business? Morning, noon, night, pre-game, post-game, pre-practice, post-practice. That's why he's accumulated this type of number.
Well, the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game.
Good tackle.
And frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Allen to throw once more.
Good fucking pick. I doubled his ass too.
And some room to maneuver.
I fucking doubled him. That's crazy.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the 3rd quarter. And he's brought
Good blocking.
down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone. On play action, they'll throw. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. From 13 yards out. And the Oilers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided.
Dude, the Cardinals beat the Browns. That's crazy.
Time to start stretching and loosening it up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Chenault had 2 tutties.
Good, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
You better warm up, Rowan Gardner.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. this one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized. Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Now a throw here, hauled in. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. That quick throw there is incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
This will be fielded at the 17.
Ooh, good fucking return, Ray.
18 yards. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes.
Big vote.
To me, it just...
Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. There's a nice move. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
186 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4.
He's got his target. That's complete.
He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
Well, fans expect these primetime slots to deliver some of the best games each week. And, well, one team has certainly followed through with that tonight. Just an absolute clinic, Charles, on offense here. And they don't seem to be done trying to drive that football.
Yeah, and continue your theme about one team enjoying it. One fan base is enjoying it as well. The other fan base, they might disagree with what they've seen.
Blocks.
But the one that's winning, they're certainly getting their money's worth.
Oh my God.
Houston. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Oilers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this
Good run,
game.
Braylon.
Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Slide for the PAT.
Now this one was over.
Kyler had 2 interceptions. Still won the game.
So that drive, 4 plays. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen.
Looking for the out route here, and it's completed to Kirk.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Good D, Iggy. Get on his ass.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their
Getting a little chippy.
this second half. No
Getting a little chippy.
And you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He is north of 200 yards. Any time that you can say you're north of 200 yards, you've done something right.
You're going to get some big check marks on your grade sheet, and you're going to be in heavy rotation on all the highlight shows, and you might even make a magazine cover or 2.
He's hoping for more, the cherry on top maybe, as this game goes forward. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before
Good run, Braylon.
236 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So you're just going to get through like that?
Down by Ed Oliver. 2nd and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete.
Good catch, Taylor.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. They'll drop to throw.
Oof, good sack.
The Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And incomplete deep ball.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
Got a man and he hits him.
Ooh, come on, Franklin.
Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Jigbo.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete.
You didn't catch that with matchup nightmare, dog? Come on, EA.
Looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 40. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Allen.
Ooh, good tip.
That falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. To the air, Allen. That is caught. Now he's going to
get this all the way down inside the 35. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Allen going to throw.
Good pick, Iggy.
Defenders have intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
Oh my God, just hold them for a second, dog.
That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now the
Throw that shit in his face.
To their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This is their fullback getting the carry. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
They'll try and run with their fullback. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
So now a carry here for their fullback. And strong running there as he's
good run, Mac.
Field and down to the 49. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
You not catching that, Johnny?
Oh, it's incomplete. Big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that's one of the few things that has not gone right for this offense so far. They've had their share of big plays. That was nearly another. But somehow, he just couldn't squeeze it.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got a man. That's caught.
Oh, yeah, keep him in bounds for sure.
And he's got a 1st down as a tackle made at the Bills' 21. He'll look to throw. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in.
Yo.
The contact may have come too early. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know
Come on, let's get in the end zone, baby.
me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football?
He was right in front of you.
No, I just
Come on, Mason.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. It's the correct call.
EA, why the fuck do you have to flip them?
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing
Come on
at
now.
an elite level in this
Trying to get my boy in the end zone.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Houston, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets.
You heard?
Meanwhile, for the
Bills are 1-5. Let's go, Drew. Wow. We're getting there, Drew. We got them yet. You hear me?